everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I have a new pen to share with you today. This is already in my pen logbook. So my new one is this pen by Relic Pens. Patrick Ross is the man behind that, and he makes some gorgeous pens. Well, the other day I saw his post on Instagram, and it was this beautiful, much more beautiful than that, brown and white pen, and he said on there something to the effect of, "For all you coffee lovers, here you go." And then he had it linked with, posted with music that was like morning coffee. And I was hooked. He offered to give me pick of the batch, and I did. So I picked one that he had made after the posting of the first one, which was very beautiful. But I picked a slightly different one, but actually very similar. So it came in this nice pen case. At first I wasn't sure how to open it, and then I saw this nice discreet little slit here. And here is the pen. I'll talk about this in a moment, but I did want to point out that it also came with this super cool little tray. Let me move this ink log out of the way, or pen log book. So you can set it there, and it keeps it from rolling off your desk or table. I really like this, and I really like this bronze looking rivet. So let's talk about the pen. But anyway, I think that's really nice that that was included in the pen case. So anyway, here is this beautiful pen, and sadly, the lighting, you can see the big ring from my canvas lamp. Let me hold it off to the side and see if that helps. Not really. There we go. This pen, as far as I could tell, was not specifically named, other than he made reference to it looking like coffee, but then later on he said, you know, if you like brown and white, I have a batch of pens you might be interested in. And I just loved how this, okay, let me finish the thought. So I have called this coffee and cream, but I think it could also be called root beer float, because this looks like root beer soda to me, but the vibe of it being coffee with the cream just poured in and kind of gently being swirled in looked so gorgeous. On the top and on the bottom, the color is, if not black, a very, very deep brown. It's very saturated there. Overall, I liked this effect, though, with the bigger pieces of brown and white, a little more distinct. He has some other models where these colors are even more swirled, but I liked kind of the chunkiness of this design. So it, as I said, does not have a pen clip, which is not really an issue for me. I do like a clip, but I just really like how this looks, and it just couldn't be better, really. So yeah, no clip, but it does come with this, or I mean, you can work around not having a clip. And so this pen comes with a converter. It also came with the option of a black nib or a steel tone nib, or he had another option for me to try. This is called a cypress nib. Oh boy. Can I get a look? You're probably getting there. Maybe that's about the best it's going to get. It's two-toned, as you can see. The silver and gold tone. It has this like diamond shape there with a little logo in there. It says Cypress across the top of that. At the end here, it almost has the look of the design, or lines coming up into sort of a heart shape, or maybe like they crisscross. This is a broad nib, and it's easily read there. At least in person, it's easily read. Whereas, like, for example, a TWSBI pen, the medium or broad or whatever engraving is like right there. So it's sometimes hard to tell what pen you have if you're not sure by just looking at the nib. So it does come with a converter. And I tried this yesterday. I had just gotten back from a long road trip. We went to Georgia and came back for graduation. One of my sons just graduated from Army advanced training. Went down for that, drove all the way back yesterday, and I was exhausted. And I had opened this and was super excited to get it and tried to do a video, and I could hardly even speak coherently, so I decided just to start over. When I did try it yesterday, though, I had put in a couple inks that ended up not being the best for this, and then I got to thinking, because this seems a little drier than a Yovo nib, but I was curious to try something new, and that's why I opted for the Cypress. And I kind of think the color goes well too. But anyway, so I was thinking, man, I really like the pen. I'm not sure if I like the nib, but then I decided, aha, I know what. I'll try my Takisumi in there. That's a Pilot Iroshizuku ink, and it has just been working wonderfully on lots of paper. I've been writing on Tomoe River 52 GSM, the original. I've been writing on Cosmo Air. I don't know if I've used it too much on my B7 paper yet, but it's a perfect match. Maybe I can show you a little bit. I'll just go ahead and use my ink journal here to demonstrate that. And see, I'm just setting that right there. And this is my coffee and cream. That's what I'm calling it. Now, if there is an official name and you know better, let me know. By Relic Pens. And this is Takisumi. I can never write very well standing, and that's typically how I make my videos. But when I'm sitting down writing, I'm super happy with this. Kind of goes nicely with the deeper, that super saturated deep brown that's here and there. That might even be black, I don't know. But anyway, here it just looks like really dark brown because I can see the shimmery color through there. But anyway, it writes perfectly. I was really happy to try this. Sometimes I just want to say you got to give it a little bit of time, try a few different inks, and I did end up just rinsing it out, and it seemed like it worked really well with this Takisumi, which I think means bamboo charcoal or something to that effect. So super nice. I'm sure there's more of these at Relic Pens. You can go see these on Instagram at Relic Pens, but he also has an Etsy shop where you can see these kinds of pens as well as pens that are made with relics. So bits and pieces of, how would I describe, like the one my husband has on this part of the cap has a piece from an airplane from World War II, I believe it is. So things like that are wood from a famous tree of a famous American. Anyway, super neat stuff. But I really like this. And my husband has been enjoying his pen as well. Let me just show you a little bit of a comparison here. I'm going to show you against the Opus 88 demonstrator. So the demonstrator is maybe a few millimeters longer. This has a taper to it, so it seems less big, and it's also not as big in diameter, circumference, which, anyway, maybe both. So it doesn't feel as bulky as this, because it's not, but they are very close in length. It's maybe slightly more similar in size to the Opus 88 Coloro. And this one being a little thicker there. It's got a good size grip. I think it's about 6/8, the best I could tell using my little caliper thing. I just have a bit of a hard time with the, not that I can't see it, but knowing how to translate what I see into actual accurate fractions or millimeters. So anyway, it's a good width there. I don't like them super skinny. This one's very comfortable. This is very lightweight feeling. Very good in the hand. The stuff that people point out about sharpness or not, I never even really pay attention to, but none of this feels sharp with the with that, or where it comes up into the pen posting. I mean, it kind of sort of does. Can kind of push it. It just, to me, that just seems funny when it's sticking up that far in the back. So I don't typically post them if they're that long. It will be kept in my collection forever. It looks super dark through my phone. It's not. It is a deep, rich, almost like a burnt brown sugar. But it's, I feel like it's coming across almost being black, and it is not black. I will try to maybe add some pictures at the end of this that I will take outside and get a more accurate color representation. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Take care.